Welcome to Pick My Brain podcast. You are about to listen to episode 1 of the Pick My Brain podcast, hosted by me, Mr. Chan. The first season of the podcast is dedicated entirely to the subject of college application. In this foundational episode, we dive into the most critical topic for high school students, the college application timeline. I will guide you through the latest recommended deadlines for your preparation, detailing the bare minimum of what you should be doing. You will learn that the latest you should start preparing is the first semester of your junior year, and that the college essay outline should be completed by Thanksgiving. Furthermore, I will advise that your full college essay writing process should be finished by the end of July, well before the start of your senior year. Make sure you listen to the entire episode to get the full details of the timeline and the reason behind it. Remember, if you have any questions regarding to the college application process, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Now, let's get into today's topic about the college application timeline. So today is the episode 1 of this podcast, of the season actually. So what we plan to do is this. Every season, we're going to have a theme. And our first season right here, it's going to focus on college application. And I'm sorry, I would like to apologize first. I meant to do this 2 years ago. Lots of things happened 2 years, in the past 2 years. My son, it's now more than 2 years old, so that explains quite a lot. I learned about how to become a parent. Not a good one, but trying to become a better one every single day. It takes a lot of effort. It's more than just, it takes a lot more energy than one could imagine, and definitely a lot more when my wife and I are the only ones to take care of our child. So lots of things happened. If we have time, I can go through more about my history later on, but the first season, it's going to focus on college application. There are 6 episodes. Today, it will be about timeline. How should you arrange your timeline to prepare your college application the best way, okay? And then next episode, we're going to talk about resume. Third episode, it's going to be about extracurricular activities. The fourth one will be about passion. Passion is really important, by the way. If you don't have a passion, something that I learned in this country, the United States, is that if you do not have a passion, there is a limited effort that you are able to give. But if you know something is your passion, you have limitless amount of effort that you can throw in. That's a huge difference. Okay, so we talk about passion in the episode 4. Episode 5, it's about college essays. Episode 6, it's about choosing majors and also choosing colleges. Okay, in majors and colleges, because a lot of people they do not have the right idea about how to choose. So I'm going to answer some of these questions. And by the way, comment section is wide open. So if you have any questions that you want me to answer regarding to college application or just any question, feel free to leave the comments, your questions in the comments below. I'm more than happy to share my views with you. I would like to do. I would like to learn more in case I don't know. But I would like to share with you. Okay, so let's get into today's topic about timeline. Okay, so what about timeline? Okay, so what I'm going to share is let's just say bare minimum, the bare minimum of what you should do for your college application. Now, of course, people who are dedicated about what they love to do, they quote unquote started their college application process when they were 5. Okay, so of course they are very driven, so they know what they're doing, and they don't need to listen to this channel to learn about college application. But if you're listening to this channel, I'm guessing that you might want to have some more clues or hints on when to do, how to do your college applications. And now, of course, this year, the time of recording is 2025. Things may change in the future, but if things do change, I'm going to update more. But for now, I think it's going to stay like this for quite a while. Okay, so let's talk about timeline today. First up, when should you start your college preparation, your college application preparation process? In my own opinion, the latest you should start preparing will be the first semester of your junior year. And now, this does not include the college admission test preparation. I'm just talking about the paperwork part, okay? So, the latest, okay, now, meaning what? You could definitely, and you should start earlier if you want to, if you're able to, but I'm giving you the latest deadline. Okay, so here's the plan. Your junior year, first semester, by Thanksgiving, you should have done your college essay outline, okay? You should have done your college essay outline. Now, if you are listening to this, you're a junior, and it's past Thanksgiving already, well, it's okay, but you're working against time. And let me explain to you why I encourage students to do your outline before or during Thanksgiving at the latest. A lot of students that I observed, they really have no idea what they're about to write for their college essays. Now, colleges, they do value your input in your college, on your college essays, because this is the way they get to know who you are besides your transcript, besides your resume. This is a time that you tell your own story. And sometimes you may not realize what you want to tell, or even worse, you may not realize what you could tell. And if that is the case, this is the reason why you should start your college planning or college application process by Thanksgiving of your junior year at the latest. Because if you say, oh my God, I don't have anything to write, or it's so crappy, well, you've got time. Not many months, but you still at least have some time to create value, to create experience. So, it's better than starting this college essay writing process in the summer before you go to your senior year, because a lot of students, they are waiting until then or even later to start their essay writing process. And what's worse is that a lot of students, they do not do outline. So we will talk more about college essay writing in episode 5. So please, start your college essay outline process by Thanksgiving of your junior year at the latest, okay? Well, more than welcome to start earlier, but the latest, okay? So once you have your outline, and by the way, you should know how many essays you will be writing so that you know how many outlines you need to do. And then what? And then you are going to think about anything to add. Now, here's another reason why you should start your outlining process so early, or even earlier if you could. It's because if you are not thinking about writing, there might be events, incidents that happens in your life during your junior year. Since you were not thinking about writing stuff down, since you were not thinking about writing a college essay yet, these events may just pass by as a non-event. But once you start outlining, you are aware of this task called writing college essays. So if there is anything that happens in your life, you be like, wait, hold on. I should capture this moment. I should really make the most out of this experience so that I can share this experience on my essay. That's the reason. That's the main point, okay? So again, Thanksgiving, late November, is your deadline for outlining your college essays. By spring break, now I know spring break could be different for many students. It's okay. Okay, if you have March spring break, then March. If you have April spring break, then April. So by spring break, you should have your first draft finished. And by first draft, it's not like a crappy draft. By first draft, it means that you should do your very, very best. Now, by the way, you are not trying to submit this to your teacher. This is your own efforts to create your own future. All right? You don't have to give a half-hearted effort or product to satisfy your teacher. That's not your school assignment. This is your life planning. So you do your first draft, which is you're going to write this as if this is your final draft. Okay? Now, a lot of people, they would say this. Okay? They would say, well, I don't know what to write. I understand. This is exactly why you should do it now, ASAP, by spring break at the latest. Because if you have never, ever started your first draft, then you don't really know where to begin your modification, your edit. You just think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna think about all these great ideas. They are not great ideas. They are zero ideas because you have not yet written them down. It is much better that you write something not so good and you improve it than to keep thinking about this wonderful essay that you are going to write and yet it's still blank. Now, I'm able to say this with you, to share this with you because I experienced it. And there's a little psychological problem right here with the whole planning process that I read quite many years ago. Our brain has a bug. I'm going to call it a bug. I'm a person who likes to plan, and that's a problem. Because by planning, it gives my brain or our brain an illusion that we have done something when in fact we have done nothing. Zero. Okay? I'm not sure about you, but I went through a lot of summers that I planned to do this and that, like 4 to 5 tasks, items to complete, to accomplish. And every single summer that I planned for all these big goals, I accomplished, guess how many? Zero. Okay? And that's the reason why people would say this. It's better to plan small than to plan a whole lot. Plan 1 or 2 tasks, maybe just one. If you can finish it, then you do more. It's better to start than to delay. If you don't like it, you can change it. But if you think you would do a good job by delaying, it's an illusion. Stop it. Okay? Write your first draft. And by the way, little reminder. Now, this is my advice. Do not read other people's essays before you write your first draft. And here's the reason. And this is from books I read, research papers I read in the past. Not specifically related to college essay writing, but psychologically, it's more about psychology. So here's the thing. When you write your college essay, it takes a good amount of creativity. If you read other people's essays first, your brain will try to remake that essay or that product when you're writing. It actually puts boundaries because you think like, oh, I should write like this. I should write like that because that is good. Well, here's the thing. You can read those essays after you finish your first draft and then you can compare and contrast. If you read those essays before you start writing, it's not compare and contrast. It's almost like copy, unintentionally. It's gonna lose your authenticity. The taste of your writing, it's gone. Okay, so that's something that I would like to suggest you to hold on to the reading samples process until you finish your own writing. That's your first draft. Your final draft should be done by July. By the end of July, everything should be ready to go. Everything, okay? Your essay writing process will not and should not go into your senior year. Because, why? I don't think anything special would happen in the senior year. In your senior year, you will have a lot of things to worry about, such as your courses. A lot of people, they have this illusion. They think like, oh yeah, I'm going to have a lot of free time in my senior year. No, you're not. Even if you have off periods, no, you don't. You're going to find ways to waste those times. Trust me. Get your college essays writing part done by summer. And while you're planning for your essays, you should be preparing for your transcripts, resumes, and all this stuff. In the meantime, okay? Your goal is to submit your college application before the first day of school of your senior year. Now, I know some other states, they may have late start. I was from New York. I graduated high school in Syracuse, New York. I started school after Labor Day. But when I came to Texas, school starts pretty early, like mid-August. So there's a time difference right there. So if you say, hey, what do you say about that kind of a time difference? Then I would say, well, if you want me to tell you the optimal time, find out when your college is going to start accepting applications. And you should apply on the first day or just ASAP once they started accepting college applications. So that's my generous advice for you. You will have a lot less stress during your senior year, number one. Number two, you might be surprised how soon you will get to hear some acceptance, your results, 1 or 2 months into your senior year. You will enjoy your senior year a lot more. Trust me. I've seen too many students, they are waiting way too long. They're putting it off till the last moment. I remember when I was a teacher, the day before the deadline, either a lot of kids are absent because they want to stay home and finish their college applications, or what? They would just show up in class because they don't want to be absent, but their mind is totally somewhere else. And I was like, all right, guys, I'll just let you all work on your essay, your college application. I'm not going to interfere your hard work because it's not going to work. But do understand this thing, this point right here, and that is, if you have to wait until the very last moment, chances are you are not going to produce top quality work. And for your college application, you should be producing your best quality work possible if you do care a whole lot about your future. Okay, now, spoiler alert, okay? I'm going to talk about choosing colleges in episode 6, but a little spoiler right here. Does where you go matter a whole lot? The answer is maybe not. It really depends, but if you say, oh, I applied to a great college and I got accepted, should I be very happy? I would say, well, it depends, okay? It depends whether you know what's in for you, for your future, okay? If you say, oh yeah, I want to go to this college because I will be able to work with Professor so-and-so, to advance my to advance my skill sets, to advance my knowledge, to satisfy my curiosity, great. I congratulate you. But a lot of students, they just apply to a college because it's a top-ranked college. I'll be like, then you don't quite know what's in there for you. Okay, so we'll talk more about those college-related questions in episode 6. So that's it for today's topic on the timeline. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Pick My Brain podcast. At this moment, I hope I made the timeline really clear. Just a reminder for the latest deadlines. 1, you should write your outline for all your essays by late November or Thanksgiving time. 2, you should finish your first draft by spring break, which is roughly the March-April timeframe. 3,
you should finish your whole college essay writing process by July or even earlier. Remember, all these times are the latest possible. When you submit your college applications, you should do it ASAP once colleges start accepting them, and definitely not wait until the day before or the day of the deadline. Doing this early, before the start of your senior year, can help reduce stress and may lead to hearing about your acceptance results sooner. If you have any questions that you want me to answer regarding college applications or just any question, the comment section is wide open. I'm more than happy to share my views with you, and I would like to learn more if I need to. Our first season focuses entirely on college application and has 6 total episodes. Today was about the timeline. Join me for the next episode of Pick My Brain podcast. We will be discussing resumes and letters of recommendation, including when you should ask your teacher, preferably your junior year teacher, to write a great letter of recommendation for you. See you in the next episode. Bye.